tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
First of all, it's good to see that our head coach Josh McDaniels shot down any rumors on Josh Jacobs real quick. I know that I made a video yesterday about, somewhat of a rumor that went out a couple of days ago of Josh Jacobs possibly being pursued by other teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and I forgot the other team. But going into today's press conference with head coach Josh McDaniels, we already knew that someone was going to ask the question whether or not the team was trying to at least put Josh Jacobs on the field to showcase the former first-round pick. But this is what he had to say.
No. JJ is a guy that obviously we know what he's done. We have a lot of confidence in JJ, and he did well with his opportunities, which we hoped he would, and he did. But no, we have no desire to do that at all.
Now, I know it was a bit of an overreaction by a lot of Raider fans, including me, when we all seen Josh Jacobs on the field, because we were all confused. I was confused. This is something we don't really see much, especially under John Gruden. John Gruden didn't play any of his starters in any of the preseason games. Maybe a couple here and there, but not any of the big names like Josh Jacobs. But McDaniels made a great point saying that these running backs don't get to simulate what's going on in a game during practice. And that's entirely true. So to see all these running backs go out there and basically get a feel for the game and look really good, that's a good sign for our running back room. So with that being said, Josh Jacobs ain't going anywhere, and it's good that we don't have to talk about this anymore. In other news, it's good to see that Chandler Jones and Roger Teamer returned to practice today. Jones was dealing with tightness in the lower body, and Teamer is coming off of a shoulder injury. It's good to see that both of these guys are back at camp, ready to go before the start of the season. But some breaking news though. Shout out to my guy Raider Scout. There are reports going around that Brandon Parker is heading to the IR with a torn tricep, basically ending his season. Now I know that some of you guys are going to be happy about this news, and probably the team did dodge a bullet with this one, but at the end of the day, I'm never going to celebrate anybody getting injured, no matter how good or how sorry you are on the field. That just ain't me. Parker is coming off of a not so good start in the Hall of Fame game, which really sucks because there was a lot of hype going into this game saying that Brandon Parker was going to be much better. I mean, he's been getting a lot of praise in training camp, but it looks like we won't have to worry about him for the rest of the season. With that said though, Alex Leatherwood got all the starting reps at right tackle today in practice. And seeing how he did in the Hall of Fame game, which really surprised me, he could possibly be our starting right tackle going into the season. Now, even with that, we still need some depth on this offensive line. With Denzel Good retiring and Brandon Parker most likely out for the rest of the season, who could the Raiders possibly bring in? There's names going around like Darrell Williams, there's still Jason Peters, Dwayne Brown, other guys out there. So with this recent injury news to Brandon Parker, Raider Nation, who would be a guy that you guys want to bring to this team to help this offensive line, whether we go out in free agency or trade for somebody out there? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, in some other news, the Raiders get a little bit more love in the media, this time from Skip Bayless of Undisputed. Now, during the Hall of Fame game, he tweeted out something that really caught my eye, and I was like, oh, dang, okay. He tweeted out this, saying that the Raiders intrigued me. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams with Josh McDaniels calling the plays. 10 wins last year. Is it possible? They're the team to beat in the NFL's toughest division. Hoo-wee. You guys know my answer. I mean, I've been talking about this all off season. I feel like we are that team to win the AFC West. We're going to be that team that everybody doesn't really talk too much about, because I know everybody's all hyped up about the Chokers, about the Queeves, even the Donkeys out there, which I feel like are going to be a better team going into the season. You give Derek Carr a star caliber wide receiver like Devontae Adams, let alone these two played with each other back in college and had a really great connection. Oh my goodness, the sky's the limits. And don't even get me started with guys like Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Mac Hollins, all these other weapons, Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Who's gonna stop us? But it seems like I ain't the only one thinking this, because Skip Bayless made a bold prediction on his show saying that the Raiders will win the AFC West.
I'm going to go completely out on the limb here. This feels like the team that could shock that division and win it this year.
Win the division?
I do believe this.
Now, it is funny to see a lot of these analysts switching up on the Raiders and showing a lot of love, but hey, I can't blame them, because looking at the weapons that we do have, like I explained earlier, how can it not be us? I feel like we are the team to be in the AFC West. I feel like we have all the pieces to go out there and make a huge run, not only getting to the playoffs, but going to the Super Bowl. I understand we say that every single season, but this year is a little bit different. At the end of the day, this is all hype. Everything looks nice on paper, but we got to do our jobs to go out there and handle each and every game, one game at a time. We only played one Hall of Fame game, but hopefully we could keep that same energy for the rest of these preseason games going into the regular season. So with that being said, Raider Nation, do you guys believe that Josh McDaniels is the guy to take us to the promised land? Do you feel like he could take us further than John Gruden has ever taken us? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, if this is the very first time you come across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is, yeah.
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games.